A season of transition can be a bit tricky. It's like you are caught in between. You are not where you are going as yet, but you're also not where you used to be. And this season can leave you questioning, did I make a good decision? My name is Zondi, and I'm here to share about my season of transition that I'm currently in. So how did I know that I'm now in a season of transition? It all started with a discomfort where at that moment I was at my career peak, and I'd also say personal peak as well. So I was at my high. I was doing what I wanted to do. I was in my dream job role. However, there was still a discomfort of, is this it? And not that I was unhappy. I was very happy. However, I knew that where I was, the peak, was not forever. So I started really just having to sit and reflect and really see, how do I get into a new season, step into a new season? Because whenever there's a discomfort, you can tell that something is about to change, even though you don't know what. And I started having to prep myself and really make plans to move to a new season, or a new chapter, if we may call it. I needed to also try to reflect. I did a lot of reflecting, in fact. Reflect on what were my fears, what were my challenges, and how to overcome that. One of my biggest fear was inconsistency. I knew that that was a huge obstacle for me based on the fact that it was a childhood trauma. So the thought of me now being inconsistent in my life, because let's be real, when you have a stable job, when you have things in line, when you know where is home, how to get home, when everything is just in line, it brings comfort. It also brings a sense of consistency and stability. So the thought of having to step out of that, step into the unknown, and knowing that there is a lot of uncertainties that I might have to overcome and, get through. Inconsistency was the biggest fear and obstacle that I needed to overcome. So how did I overcome my challenges? And maybe that can be an encouragement for someone who's in the same season. One, I had to choose my regrets. What does that mean? I had to really think of, if I wanted to stay where I am with how things are 10, 20, or 30 years from now, will I be happy of not trying and stepping out into the unknown? And I knew that I would actually have regrets and always be wondering, I wonder how life would have been if I took that bold step and followed through. So I had to choose my regrets. I decided I'd rather live with the regret of knowing that I tried it out and it didn't work out, instead of not trying it out whatsoever. So that was the first step and the first way of actually overcoming my challenges. The second one is I needed to spend time in therapy. And this was for me. I needed somebody else who doesn't know me to sit with me and be able to really try to help me navigate this new chapter, the life that I'm at, my past, looking at the present, and how to navigate the future, especially with overcoming the fears that I have. I sat with the therapist. We went through my past, we went through my present, we went through my challenges, my fears, my weaknesses. And what was great about those sessions is my therapist was able to also tell me where my blind spots are, stuff that I wouldn't have figured out on my own, or stuff that even my loved ones wouldn't have figured out. Because sometimes when we are in the same familiar settings with the same people who have seen us grow, they are happy with just even the weaknesses that we have. It's like, kitemo, we know this is who she is, this is whoever, we know this is who they are. But when you decide to step out and really just have a mindset shift and sit with someone who doesn't know you that well, they are able to really be true to you with constructive criticism and be able to tell you, okay, this is what you need to work on. These are your blind spots. So that's also a second way that I was able to. And starting therapy was literally 2 years before even, jumping on and going forth with my decision. So, it really took a bit of time, but it was worth it. Then the last but not least step that I needed to do to overcome my challenges is I started imagining the new that I was embarking on. And not only did I just write about it, not only did I only think about it, but I started physically, emotionally, spiritually prepping for this new season that I imagined. I once heard a term that says dream in open spaces. And what it means is, yes, have a vision. Yes, have step-by-step goals on how you're going to achieve this and the timelines. However, what it also means is, but allow God to come in and do what He needs to do. So that's one of the things that I needed to learn as well. It was to dream in open spaces. That even if I have a plan, even if I have steps and goals to achieve to get to this vision or dream that I have imagined, I also needed to allow God to do what He needs to do. Because we all know that God has a sense of humor. He is the type of God who what He has shown you, He will always get you there. However, it is always not through the way we had imagined getting there that we will get there. So there'll always be uncertainties. But when you have faith, you're able to move forward, trusting that what He has showed me, it is for the better of my will and of my goodwill. Therefore, I'll be able to get to the other side. Just like the word says that His plans are higher than our plans and His ways are higher than our ways. You really just have to be flexible with what God wants to do in your life and allow Him to fulfill the dream and the season the way He has planned to fulfill it for you. So as I wrap up, this season needs faith. When you do not know what's on the other side, but you know that it is good, and you have to open the door so that you can be able to face what's on the other side. It's exactly that. The season needs faith. The season needs you to be flexible. The season needs you to lean on God and trust that everything will work out exceedingly abundantly, even more than you could ever imagine or you have seen as a glimpse that He has decided to show you. This season is all about refining, and refinement takes time. So when you find yourself doubtful, because you're in a transition, you are no longer where you used to be, you had to let go of that, and you also are not where you are going or what you have seen. You're literally in between, and there can be questions, there can be doubts, there can be moments where you actually need a surety. What I can tell you is, remember your why. When you start feeling doubtful, questioning yourself, remember your why. Why you decided to let go to embark on this new journey. What got you here will definitely get you to the other side. So if you were to ask me, how does my next 5 months look like? I don't know, but I know that it will definitely be better than where I am at the moment, because everything with God becomes good with time.